Read 180 presents Cleopatra VII, Daughter of the Nile by Christiana Gregory. Before we get started reading, let me tell you about this book. Cleopatra VII is a work of historical fiction about the life of the woman known as Cleopatra, Queen of the Nile. The book is written in the form of a diary that Cleopatra kept during her early teenage years. The diary lets you, the reader, experience what Cleopatra is experiencing, as if you were seeing it through her eyes. This book is historical fiction, so the information in it is based on facts about real people, places, and events. But because it's written as a diary, you'll be reading a lot about Cleopatra's thoughts and emotions, things that the author couldn't possibly know for sure. These thoughts and emotions would have to be inferred by the author, in other words, guessed at or imagined. In order to make the best guess about what young Cleopatra might have been like, the author had to study facts about her life and the time period in which she grew up. Cleopatra was a princess who lived in Egypt in the northern part of Africa. She was a daughter of the king of Egypt, Ptolemy Auletes, and she was sometimes called Princess of the Nile, referring to the mighty Nile River which runs through Egypt. Cleopatra was born in 69 BC. As you probably know, BC stands for before Christ, so she was born 69 years before Christ. As you read through the diary, you'll notice that the dates of Cleopatra's entries aren't written in English. The names of the months, for example, Januarius, Februarius, and Martius, are in Latin, the language of the ancient Romans, one of the many languages Cleopatra spoke. Now get ready to travel back in time to ancient Egypt. But first, here's your reading coach, Stacy.
Hi, this is Stacy. I'll be reading Cleopatra VII, Daughter of the Nile with you. From time to time, I'll be breaking in to make sure we don't miss anything important. I'll also show you some of the strategies I use to figure out difficult words or confusing parts of the story. When you hear this sound, it means you're about to hear from me. Don't forget to follow along in your book while you're listening. If you're ready, let's begin.
Cleopatra VII, Daughter of the Nile by Christiana Gregory. Scrolls 1 through 7, 57 BC.
Sorry to interrupt so soon, but what does the author mean by scrolls 1 through 7? Well, in Cleopatra's time, writers wrote on papyrus, a paper-like material made from the papyrus plant. Sheets of papyrus could be glued together to form one long piece, which would then be rolled up into a scroll. So the author is telling us that Cleopatra's diary was written on scrolls, and we're about to read the first 7 of them. Okay, let's start reading the diary. We may have finished reading the book, but you don't have to stop finding out about Cleopatra. Take time to look at the photos at the back of the book and read the captions. Does Cleopatra look like you imagined she would? How do the pictures and sculptures compare to the picture on the cover of the book? Have fun exploring on your own.